Let me ask you something right now. How badly do you want the life you say you want? Because if you want it, really want it, then the first place you need to win is in your own mind. Your mind is not just a brain in your head. It's your power plant. And guess what? And guess what? It produces whatever energy you tell it to create. If you feed it chaos, it gives you confusion. Feed it clarity, it gives you confidence. Feed it focus, it gives you results. Because this moment, right here, matters. You've got to understand something right now. Your mind is not some random collection of thoughts floating around. It is a power plant, and power plants don't just have energy. They generate it. They create it. So does your mind. But here's the catch. It will generate whatever you program it to. Garbage in, garbage out. Focus in, power out. If you feed it fear, you get paralysis. Feed it doubt, you get hesitation. But when you feed it focus, purpose, intensity, you unlock something most people never even tap into. Inner fire, real energy, drive. That state where you feel like nothing can stop you. That's not magic. That's not talent. That's not luck. That's you learning to direct your mental energy towards something that matters. It's you stepping up and saying, I'm not here to survive. I'm here to lead, to grow, to dominate. Because the truth is, your life is going to reflect whatever your mind is focused on. And the moment you lock in, the moment you make that decision, everything around you starts to move. Because focus isn't passive. Focus is a decision. It's an active war against distraction. And when you choose it, when you live it, that's when the power plant turns on. And now you're not waiting on motivation. You're generating it. You become the source. And here's the hard truth most people never want to admit. Distraction is the silent killer of dreams. You think it's harmless to scroll for 5 minutes here, drift off there, check your phone one more time. But those little cracks, they leak your greatness. They steal your edge. Every second you give to something that doesn't serve your mission, you're feeding the enemy. Because make no mistake, distraction isn't neutral. It's an assassin. It doesn't come through the front door screaming. It sneaks in quiet, disguised as entertainment, as rest, as a just this once. And the next thing you know, days are gone. Weeks, years, and the dream you had? Still stuck in the same place while you keep getting pulled in 1,000 directions. This world is designed to divide your attention, to keep you chasing noise instead of owning your voice. And if you don't take control, if you don't grab your focus like your life depends on it, you'll become just another person who had potential but never delivered. That's not because you weren't capable. It's because you never mastered the one thing that separates the winners from the watchers. The ability to say a no. I don't need that. I don't have time for that. I'm focused. That level of clarity. That refusal to be distracted. That's not discipline. That's self-respect. That's ownership. And once you take that back, once you stop letting your attention be bought and sold, you get your power back. You get your future back. Let me be real with you. You will never be able to focus if you don't have clarity. Period. Focus without clarity is like shooting arrows in the dark. You might feel busy, you might feel like you're moving, but you're not hitting anything that matters. You've got to decide what you want. And I mean really decide. Not a vague idea, not a wish. A crystal clear, no compromise vision of what the hell you're doing this for. Because when you're clear, you stop hesitating. When you're clear, you stop second guessing. Clarity breeds confidence. And confidence, that's fuel for focus. But most people are foggy. Most people are walking around in mental chaos, chasing 5 different outcomes, wondering why they're exhausted and frustrated. That's because their mind has no direction. And a mind with no direction will wander straight into distraction and doubt. So stop pretending you're confused. You're not. You just haven't committed. And the second you commit, the second you draw that line in the sand and say, this is it. This is what I'm building. That's when the noise fades. That's when you stop needing motivation every day, because the mission pulls you. The focus sharpens. And your energy starts working for you, not against you. And here's what most people don't realize. Your brain isn't built to make you successful. It's built to make you survive. That's its default setting. Stay safe. Avoid pain. Conserve energy. Don't take risks. Don't stand out. And if you let it run on autopilot, it will pull you into fear, into hesitation, into overthinking every damn time. You've got to rewire it. You've got to train it like a warrior trains the body. Because if you don't, your own mind becomes your cage. You'll start focusing on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. You'll spend more time protecting your comfort than pursuing your calling. And that's not because you're weak. It's because your biology is ancient. It doesn't care about your goals, it cares about survival. But guess what? You're not here to survive. You're here to expand, to grow, to break limits. So you've got to take control of the wheel. You've got to decide every single day what your mind is allowed to focus on. You feed it vision. You feed it strength. You starve the fear. You condition the focus. Because success is not just about doing more. It's about mastering what you focus on, even when your instincts scream for safety. That's how you flip the switch from survival to success. You want to hear the most powerful truth? You can't control the world, but you can control how you respond to it. You can't control the weather. You can't control the economy. You can't control the actions of other people. But you know what you can control: your thoughts, your decisions, your focus. And that is where your power lies. Right in that space of what you choose to give energy to, what you choose to invest your time and attention in. So many people waste energy on things that don't matter, on things they can't change. They waste hours arguing over things they have no control over, or worrying about the future, or regretting the past. And every second you spend there is a second you're giving away your power. Stop. You've got to draw the line. The moment you take responsibility for your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, you reclaim your power. And that's what it takes to focus. Full ownership. You've got to stop waiting for the world to change. You've got to stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. Because the reality is, it never will be. There's never going to be a perfect moment, a perfect time, a perfect situation. There will always be something that challenges you, something that tries to distract you. The question is, will you allow it to control you, or will you control it? Because when you focus on the controllables, when you direct your energy and your attention to what you can change, that's when everything begins to shift. That's when you step into a state of unstoppable momentum. You can control your thoughts. You can control your decisions. And when you own that, you own your future. Listen to me now. The world is loud. It's a constant barrage of noise, distractions, opinions, and demands that scream for your attention. Everywhere you look, someone's trying to pull you in a different direction. You've got the news, social media, the people around you telling you what to do, what to think, how to feel. But here's the truth. You'll never hear your inner power, your real voice, if you don't learn how to cut through the noise. And that's exactly what you need to do if you want to focus your mind and take control of your life. You've got to get clear on your mission and tune out everything that doesn't align with it. Most people are so wrapped up in external chaos that they forget to listen to their own intuition. They forget that deep down inside them there's a powerful force, a voice that knows exactly where they're meant to go, what they're meant to create. But you'll never hear that voice if you're constantly drowning in the noise. You've got to turn it down. You've got to set boundaries with your time, with the people around you, with the messages you let into your head. You can't afford to give your energy to every opinion or every shiny object that catches your eye. That's a waste of your power. So what do? You choose your focus. You guard it. You protect it. You make a decision to not let anything or anyone steal your attention from what matters most. When you do that, you find clarity, you find your voice, and most importantly, you find your path. It's time to stop letting the world dictate your direction. It's time for you to decide. Let me tell you something: your rituals define you. They shape who you are and who you're becoming. It's not the big, dramatic moments that make the difference in your life. It's the small, consistent actions you take every single day that determine your future. You think you'll just figure it out when the time comes, or that some moment of inspiration will just strike out of nowhere. That's not how it works. You need to build momentum, and momentum comes from the rituals you commit to. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Even when you don't feel like it. It's about having those non-negotiable habits that keep you locked in, no matter what's happening around you. And here's the kicker. Your brain is wired to follow what you consistently do. So if you're not intentionally creating rituals that empower you, your brain will fall back into old limiting habits. That's why you need to own your daily routine. Whether it's your morning routine, your work routine, your exercise routine, the way you fuel your body, or the way you fuel your mind. These rituals will either pull you toward your goals or drag you away from them. And here's what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. The great ones don't wait for motivation to show up. They've already committed to their rituals, so they show up every day, regardless of how they feel. They don't need inspiration. They've built systems that generate it. And when you build those rituals, when you start stacking them one on top of the other, you begin to create a life that flows in the direction of your goals without you even thinking about it. Momentum is unstoppable when it's powered by daily rituals. That's how you turn the grind into greatness about. But there are kids in it. So stop waiting. Start building your rituals today and watch your life transform. Here's the deal. Your life is not a rehearsal. This is it. This moment. This day. This is all you've got. And yet, so many people live like they have all the time in the world, like tomorrow is promised. They push their dreams aside, put off their passion, say, I'll do it later. Later never comes. The future doesn't exist. Only the present does. So what are you going to do with it? See, when you focus your mind on something that matters, every single moment becomes a chance to make a difference, to move the needle, to create momentum. But if you're scattered, if your attention is constantly jumping from one thing to the next, you miss those moments. You miss the opportunity to truly live with purpose, to live with power. When you start focusing with intention, when you step into each moment like it matters, you start making each day count. You don't wait for motivation to strike. You don't sit around waiting for the perfect moment. You create it, you choose it. Because your time here is finite, your potential is boundless. But it's up to you to make it real, so don't wait another second. Don't put off until tomorrow what could ignite your future today. Live like you know this moment matters, because it does. It all does. Every choice, every thought, every action, the life you want, the person you're meant to become, it's right here, right now. So stop letting it slip away. Start living with intention. Start living like it matters, because it does.